Welcome back, guys. It's been a couple of months since I last recorded a video. So, where have I been? In the last couple of months, starting maybe 2 months back, I've needed to take a break to set up my mental mindset the right way. A lot of things were happening, and I was feeling like, at the moment, everything and anything is against me. I don't know the right words or the way to explain that feeling, but it was like immediately when I announced that I'm going to be starting the journey of going debt free in 18 months, anything and everything which could and wanted to be against me was against me at that point in time. And I felt like I needed to take a break, just making the videos, making sure I've got my mindset right, because one of the most important thing you can do is take care of your mindset. And without a balanced mind, you're not gonna make the right decisions. So I was feeling I needed to take a break, gather my thoughts, make sure that everything that I'm doing is planned and strategic. There's a lot of things that were going wrong. I'll make an example. Like immediately the first month, I believe in November, when I announced or after I've made the first video and put it up, which was explaining my debts and everything, my car broke down and I needed to spend about 4 grand to get it fixed. So you can imagine all these things which were happening were needing me to spend money on them, and it felt like I was going around and around in circles instead of my steps going debt free. So those things kept on happening, I believe, up until February. But I felt like, you know what, I can no longer make excuses anymore not to upload the video. I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to continue doing this journey, and as such, I would be recording my thoughts and feelings. And what's the point of not recording my thoughts and feelings in which is what I thought this whole channel, this whole journey would be about. So that's the main reason why I haven't been uploading anything. It's because I wanted to get my mindset right, because I was feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling like everything is against me, and the worst part is that those things which were happening were needing money from my side, and the whole thing is to spend as less money as possible and put it towards clearing the debt within the set time period which I put through. So that's the reason why I've been away for some time. To carry on is to give a loan update. So it's been, I think, 3 or 4 months now, or 3 months, somewhere there. So where are we at the moment? As usual, I've got my notebook here to make sure that I'm not rambling on and on and on. So, loan update, and it's now March the 11th of 2021. Where am I at the moment? So when I started off in November, I believe, okay, I'm gonna put up the same screenshots which I took when I was starting off, and I had a staff loan of about 1,800. I had my current account on a negative 6,997.65. I had my bank loan at 39,118 bucks 75, and then I had the student debt, which is at 32,228.75. So which roundabouts brought the whole debt situation to about 80,145.15. So that was my initial principal debt, which I was starting with when I was starting this journey, to say, you know what, I'm going to document my process, my thoughts, my feelings as I go through trying to get debt free in 18 months. So today is the 11th of March 2021. Where am I? So the staff loan fully cleared out, paid that off in November. We'll put up the proof of payment on the screen. My current account fully paid out, it's no longer in a negative. I don't mind showing the balance of this current account because everything is planned, it will be used anyways. The only thing that I won't be showing is my emergency fund and savings. And then my bank loan also, I've started putting a dent on it, and now it's at 33,740.92. And then of course the student loan, which will be the last debt which I'll be tackling once I've handed the bank loan, is at 32,228.75, which brings the total sum so far of the loan to 69,969.67. So according to my dodgy maths, between the last, I would say 3 months roughly since I started this whole process, I have shaved off about 14,175.48 in the whole process. So I might have stopped recording the vlogs, I might have stopped putting my thoughts together, I might have stopped the in the moment feelings of putting through together the documentation of this journey, but I didn't stop working in the background to actually achieve my goals. I had stopped recording, but I hadn't stopped paying off the debts. I hadn't stopped working hard to achieve my goals. So if you take anything away from this, is, even if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed, even if you are feeling a bit frustrated of what's happening around you, the big idea, the big picture, the bigger goal, do not stop pushing towards that one. So yeah, I'm very positive, I'm very pleased with my achievement so far. And considering the circumstances that we're in at the moment, with loss of income, with I was actually thinking out loud the other day that March 2020 was the last time I received my full salary. I've been working on minimum salary, getting paid per day, but it is what it is. We're surviving, we're pushing forward, and I am not going to stop until I make this goal come through. Okay, so what's next from here? So of course it's continuing recording my thoughts and feelings, the process, documenting and making sure that everything is all good and okay. And a quote from Warren Buffett says, if you can't control your emotions, then you'll never be able to control your money. And that resonates very strongly with me, which is why I'm very, very, I'm an advocate of, making sure that your mental psychology, you're all balanced and you're not making rash decisions, and everything is planned out and methodical. So what's next from here? It's of course continuing to grow my emergency fund to the point where I'm pleased with it. And like I've said, a lot of things were happening which were pulling me back, and it felt like I was doing the same thing all over and over every month. And while in the first goal was to of course break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, which gratefully I have done and I'm pleased about it. So now the next step is for me to be happy with my emergency fund. So that's the next step, is for me to grow my emergency fund to the point where I'm happy with it. And then the next step, of course, it's continue to be disciplined, maintaining a good disciplined, balanced mind to make sure that I'm sticking to making a budget every month. I am sticking to committing to paying those debts every month, and being disciplined to know enough to know that temporary pleasures are an obstacle to my big term goals. Pretty much that's it. It's just maintaining discipline, to stick to the budget, to stick to the goals. Anything that's get left after the budgeting is all thrown towards the debt. I'm so glad to be making these videos again, and hopefully people will be learning from this and will be motivated to go debt free. I mean, this generation, we are so comfortable in living paycheck to paycheck, and just because we are able to pay off our credits and still live off doesn't mean that we should always be carrying those burdens in our lifetime. This is part of going debt free is part of a goal which I have, and I've got even a bigger vision after that goal has been achieved. As always, if you found anything of interest in this video, comment down below, give it a like, just to give us motivation to keep pushing, to make sure that we're putting these things out there. We're putting the awareness that we can have debt, and we're okay with it, and this generation is quite okay with having debt. But in principle, like, imagine how does it feel like to to have your money taken out of your pocket every month, which you could be using to invest in your future so that you've got multiple sources of income. So of course there's a bigger goal, and the first step of going there is going debt free within 18 months. That's all planned, and we'll see how that goes. Of course, if we're not meeting the 18 months, we'll adjust accordingly, because as I've learned within the first few months, life is not always about round figures. Thank you for joining me. Let's catch each other on the next session. Cheers.